So, Battlefield 6 is doing some insane numbers. So, to catch you guys up, basically, the first weekend of the beta, basically on Steam, just on Steam alone, like this doesn't count Epic or if people are launching through BNet, if that's a thing, or the EA app or whatever, or consoles, but just on Steam alone, the first beta weekend for Battlefield 6, they did over 500K concurrent players, which basically shattered Call of Duty's record, like their all-time record for any Call of Duty title on Steam. Now, again, that's just Steam alone. Now, a lot of people might say, oh, well, we don't know the full number because, we didn't count for this platform or that platform. In other words, Call of Duty versus Battlefield, as far as like if you looked at all the numbers across all platforms, I'm like, look, that's not what's important. Like, it still sends a very clear message that on, Steam, at least, Battlefield is just doing insane numbers for a beta, mind you, not a full release. But it gets even better because, as you can see on the screen here, the Battlefield 6 has already over 600K Steam sales with 2.7 million wish lists. I want you guys to take a second and let that number sink in. This game hasn't even had its second beta weekend, and it doesn't come out till October 10th, I believe. It already has, let's zoom in on this number here, 600,000 pre-order sales on Steam alone, and has a whopping wish list of 2.7 million. Brothers, that is crazy. These are crazy numbers. I don't care if you're a COD glazer, a Battlefield glazer. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, numbers do not lie. And you have to look at this and go, holy crap. Activision, the big wigs over at Activision with all their stupid shit worrying about Beavis and Butthead skins, really are seeing this and shitting themselves. I promise you. They are just like wondering what in the world, what in the ever living, what in the funky butt loving are we gonna do about this freaking game coming out? Well, the answer is nothing. That's what you are, Ipkiss, a big nothing. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so this goes on to say the EA title is undoubtedly one of the most anticipated games of the year, over 500,000 players, just on Steam, mind you. Not counting any other things. They got this really pretty, graphic here, multiplayer trailer, beta weekend, and then there was even this meme going around where, like, after the beta weekend, like the Steam drop off was like just plummeted, and everyone was like making this meme about it, like, oh man, they really fell off hard, didn't they? That shit was amazing. So this says, according to data from this, over 600,000 pre-orders have been placed for Battlefield 6 on Steam, and 2.7 million players have wishlisted it. Data adds that this translates to revenues around 35 million on Steam alone. Brother, they made 35 million revenue, right? Revenue without even, just off of a beta weekend. This is crazy, dude. Yo, Battlefield, they better put that money into the development and really go ham on the portal mode, the BR mode, fuck it, make an extraction mode. Like, y'all are just raking in cash, and y'all haven't even like launched the damn game yet. It says Battlefield 6 impressive numbers have been rising for a while. However, just taking a few days to surge past the 500K wishlist mark when the game was added to Steam last month. Those numbers put Battlefield 6 in 6th position in Steam's top wishlisted games, behind only Hollow Knight, Silksong, Subnautica 2, Deadlock, Borderlands 4, Light No Fire, and Arc Raiders, which, by the way, we're going to be covering Arc Raiders, so stay tuned for that. I want to kind of hear from you guys in the comments. Now, again, today's, at the time of this recording, today is Wednesday, the 13th of August, 2025. And like I said, they just had their first beta weekend. The next one is starting up either this weekend or tomorrow, Thursday. I'm not sure if they're starting on Thursday again. But the game is incredible. I played tons of it, and it feels like Battlefield, but way better, just like that formula evolved and the destruction evolved. The destruction, I got to tell you, for a Battlefield game, I've never seen a Battlefield game do destruction the way this one does. I mean, I'm seeing clips of a tank, the head of a tank just blow up, fly over, hit a building, and just collapse the whole building. I'm like, there are some seriously like pure cinema moments that happen in this game. Not to mention sniping. Mwah, chef's kiss. Sniping feels so good in this game. It actually feel, when you get a headshot, they die. That's how it's supposed to be. It just feels crisp. It feels great. Watch out for the sniper glints, all the paparazzis. But the game feels amazing. It's a true return to form with the classes. Really liking that. You have to kind of make a choice, and if you're playing with friends, those choices can really make a difference in your play style and your synergy. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. This is these numbers are unprecedented. This is the loud message I mentioned earlier is basically the community in the gaming world saying Call of Duty has been stale for years and has had no competition for years. Battlefield 2042 was pretty cool, but it wasn't anything that people would say is competition. This, however, is poised to do just that. Obviously, the numbers are astounding. Incredible numbers. GG's to DICE over there for Battlefield. What an incredible early accomplishment. My hope as a gamer is that momentum just continues, and we just, the hype is real, and when the game launches, we get the full course meal of what was the appetizer with the beta. I'm so looking forward to adding this into the rotation, playing with some friends. It's a great time. But tell me in the comments if you pre-ordered, if you're picking it up. I want to know. And that's it for me, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, bell notifications. You know how that goes. Really helps me support. Follow me on Rumble. That's kind of where I'm doing my live streaming, all my stuff like this, so you don't miss it. And we really appreciate you guys. And we'll see you in the next one.